Honey, where's my super suit? Did you lend it to the nice guys on business again? Those fuckers never wear underwear.
And it was so funny because just a couple days ago, I saw a meme that said, hey, what if you bought Netflix and you pay for Netflix every month? Then you go to watch a movie on Netflix and they tell you you have to pay for the movie. And a couple of months later, you get a bill because one of the actors that was in the movie that you watched on Netflix that you pay a monthly fee for and you paid for, they're not under the Netflix contract. So you need to pay them a couple bucks. And then the last thing it said was, this is a post about U.S. healthcare. And I'm like, oh my God, that is exactly what it feels like.
No capes. No capes. Well, except for the nice guys in business, of course. But pants. Pants are a must. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Here we go.
Okay, so I have one overall question. It looks like you were going to start this, though. So do you have something to say first, or should I say something first?
Oh, I'm still recovering from last night, which for those of you, if it's Friday and January 2nd, you're listening to this, we're recording on January 1st. And Vera and I had a lot of fun last night out at a party, but it was a New Year's Eve party and we were out very late but it was super fun. So no, please go ahead.
So I was just going to ask the overall question. What do a colonoscopy, a wedding, and New Year's all have in common? And I can give you the simple answer. Do you have any idea?
This is, you didn't do it in the form of Karnak. You're supposed to give the answer first and then say, what do these three things have in common? Okay. No, I have no idea. What do they all have in common?
Well, I couldn't come up with a funny punchline, so that's probably why I didn't do it. But these are all things that occurred in Strickland Bonner's life over the last 1 week.
That is very true. Those are all three very true.
So where do we start with that? I know that we also have a very important voicemail that we have to play that was just left.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I believe that it might be from someone that is very near and dear to you as well.
I have a voicemail that is in the folder, but it was saved on the 29th. So if there's a brand new one.
No way this made it to the folder already.
Okay, so how do I get this voicemail?
Oh, that's a very good point.
Doug's like, we just got a voicemail. You got to play it now. And how do I get that? Oh, I guess I better.
I guess I
folder, send it to you or something.
Skip that part.
I mean, AI is amazing, but it can't think that much for you. Oh, clearly there's a voicemail. You're recording now. I better make sure Strickland gets it.
It's been so long since you and I have recorded that I forgot.
You forgot you actually had to do that.
I forgot how to do anything. All right, hold on. Let me download that.
So welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner on the other side of the mic, Mr. Doug Sandler, as he's trying to get his shit together. So let's see. We did skip our episode last week. We played a classic rewind. I was trying to find.
Tell me you couldn't find it. Somebody's destroyed or caught.
The national. Well, it's funny. The National Parks episode, which I think was originally 172 or 178 or something. We did at least one replay of it over the years.
Right.
But looking at Podetize,
right?
We're at episode 1550 or 1600 or some shit crazy number of episodes.
1700 now.
Oh my God, it's insane. But Podetize only has back to about 800 or so.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have other episodes, like I have the file saved, but I have it saved as the episode number or the date that they were released. So I could hunt down the National Parks episode, and I will at some point, but I got to figure out how to find it first.
Well, can't you get your friend Chad, at Chad GPT? Can't you get that's what we call him in our house, because we were done with Chat GPT. We just call him Chad. Couldn't you get Chat GPT just to figure it out based upon the subject matter? And does Chad have access to your OneNote or OneDrive or whatever it's called?
Well, that'd be interesting. But then Chad would have to listen to each of those files to figure it out. I don't know. I'll figure something
Well,
out.
what I did was what I have previously done is I've just gone to our website. I click the little search box and I type in the words national park, and let's see what comes up. So what comes up is the let's see, the Sunday bonus we played in August of 2018 was Sunny Lake, Nice Girls, National Parks, Doug's Gas, Strickland's Lack Thereof, and Driving Around Monsanto. So, and then 722, the National Parks episode we played again. And then 175 was the actual Sunny Lake, Nice Girls, National Parks episode. So,
Okay. But the problem is, if you click on that on our website, it's being pulled from Podetize, and you'll get the little X. It won't actually play the file because the Simple Podcast Press pushed it up at the time when the link existed. But I'm very curious. I got to talk to Podetize. I thought we had like all 1,600 episodes up there hosted, but apparently we don't.
Well, good luck trying to get anything from Tom because he's too busy trying to sell you something else before he goes back and does anything for you. So, hey, if those in our community would like to see what the show notes look like from the original National Parks episode, we do have that. Just go to our website, niceguysonbusiness.com, and just type in National Parks. You're not going to get the actual audio, though. Sorry.
No, but you can see the show notes.
Yeah, you can see the show notes.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out.
But we don't have to figure it out. Let's not even throw an empty promise at our audience.
At some point.
It's never going to happen. But you and I are going to be retired before we figure out how to post an episode that has now just magically disappeared. How the hell would we do that?
It's so iconic, I feel like, right? I mean, we've talked about it so many times, and it's probably one of those things where we would go back and listen to it and go, it wasn't really that funny.
Well,
it seemed funny at the time.
I have an idea. How about if you went to, for example, Spotify and then go to our show and then search back to episode 7, whatever the last time we played it as a bonus was. What was that? 722.
So I know we've been
1197. That was the last time we played it, even more than usual, and the national parks.
Oh, well, wait a minute. That might be good then. I know you're not the tech guy when it comes to the podcasting, but we have launched about 200 podcasts. And
comes up as that
just to clarify for you and for anybody else listening about how podcasts work.
How do they work?
Every podcast has a hosting company. And so when you go to Apple or Spotify or Google or wherever you get your podcasts, they pull the feed from your hosting company.
I'm already lost. Just so you know, I'm already lost.
The bottom line is, for us, where our hosting company is Podetize, if it ain't on Podetize, it don't fucking exist anymore. Nobody can get it.
How about 1197? Does that exist on Podetize?
That one probably does, and I'm going to look that up right now because I think we went back to around 800 or 900 on Podetize. So I didn't realize, and I did a search on Podetize for like National Park, but maybe we didn't title 1197 that.
Well, it says DNS even more random than usual, and the national parks. So I don't know.
But I wonder if it was title. If that was a 1197, right? If that was a rebroadcast. Oh no, and the national parks. I feel like we maybe talked about the national parks, but that wasn't a republishing. Yeah, because this episode's. Oh, this is good show notes, though. Mr. or Mrs. Show Notes person, I'm looking at the show notes, and it says, so I've heard the boys do some random shit before, but this is way out there. They make absolutely no sense whatsoever today, unless you're on shrooms, which I am. That's how I know it was so random, because it actually made sense to me, which it never does. Take that however you want.
Okay.
That's all good right. Notes. But what that says to me, and the episode was an hour and 12. Which tells me that we happened to talk about the national parks again, but it was not our classic.
Classic, because you know that the national parks episode was shorter than that. Is that
exactly?
How you know?
We were not talking for over an hour at the time that we did the original
true.
national parks episodes,
and it won't be shorter than an hour today, I'm sure as well. I'm going to try to keep it, but I have so many things to talk about.
Okay, so let me get through my stuff because I'll get through
Yes.
it quick, and you're going to want to tell more details about yours. So on, we skipped last week's episode, Christmas week, because we were just busy with shit, and
Right.
we're allowed every once in a while. So happy New Year, everybody!
Happy.
So on the 25th, on Christmas Day, the 25th of December, Vera and I got married. And for those of you that don't know, Vera is Sally. That's the same person. She now goes by Vera.
In pajamas, by the way. In pajamas.
In pajamas, in onesies. If you want to, I don't think I've posted the picture on the Nice Guys channel on Facebook. I've done it on my personal channel. But if you want to see the picture of Vera and I and the family in onesies, I will post that within the next day or two on the Nice Guys channel. If you're not a member, go to niceshortcut.com, answer a couple of quick questions. It's a little private group, but we will let you in. I promise. Doesn't really matter what answers you give to the questions. We're going to let you in anyway.
And for those of you that are listening in the Philippines and only speak Filipino, let us just allow our Filipino translator to come in and share this information.
It's funny. We have a number of employees who obviously work in the Philippines. We've talked about before. And at one point, I suggested that we do training videos for new employees, how things work. And I suggested that we do it in, Filipino, that language. And Angelica, who's our amazing manager, sort of runs the whole show for us, basically said, nope, everybody speaks English. That's just easier to do. So I'm like, okay, works for me.
Because the other way would be way too much work. First of all, Strickland would have to learn Filipino, and that would take way too long.
Oh, I wasn't going to do it. I was going to let one of them do it, but they were like, we really don't need it. I'm like, okay.
I could see Strickland going back to 7th grade and having to restart that. I took French 1 like 5 times. I still don't know any French.
Well, I took French 1, 2, and 3, and Spanish 1 and 2, and I don't fucking know.
You still don't know anything.
Never been good at foreign language. I can speak it really well. Like if I've got it in front of me, I can read it and pronounce it fairly well. I just have no idea what I'm saying.
No, I couldn't even do that. And I did take 3 years of French, and going to France was a complete waste of time for me because it did not help. I need to fully immerse myself for a long period of time. And we're talking years of dedicated learning and schooling in French in order for me to at least learn how to say hello and goodbye fluently.
No doubt. And another thing that is in the future, haven't even gotten to the things that happened in the recent past that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Vera and I are planning a trip to Europe for the summer. Not the whole summer, but we are going to go for like 4 weeks. And we've just booked, we're basically going to do like a couple days in Edinburgh, Scotland, and a couple days in London, like in the UK, and then 3 weeks in Amsterdam, because Amsterdam is very central. So like from Amsterdam, like I'm going to be working those 3 weeks, but we'll take like day trips or weekend trips, and we can go to France or Italy or wherever the fuck we want from Amsterdam on the train. It's going to be amazing.
Is it Amsterdam? Do they speak Danish?
Well, it's interesting. I believe that I think they speak Dutch, but one of the reasons that we chose it specifically was out of all of Europe, outside of like London, in the UK where they speak English, this was where they speak the most English and the most people speak English. And so basically they say, if you are visiting Amsterdam and you only speak English, you'll have no problem.
But hold on a second. I've heard you do Scottish. You are very good at Let me hear you. Let me hear some Scottish.
Well, she can't take any more, Captain. Come on. We're going up to the blog.
See,
I feel like I do an okay.
You're fluent at that. Where's the other place that you're going? You said Scotland,
London. So
we're going to go to. You're very good at Londonese. Also,
yeah. Except the problem is my British accent. Like it's kind of like if there's somebody who's English trying to do like an American accent.
Yeah,
like they're going to mix in some Southern and some Texan and some California because they don't know. It all just sounds the same, and that's why I feel like my British accent sound. Like I can go talking like this, if I want to go like a little brogue, But if there's someone who's actually from the UK and they hear this, they're going to be like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
That was
Well,
good.
like, you sound sort of northern London, but then you sound sort of south. I don't know where the fuck you're from.
Oh, if you
Because
could
it's
just
sort of
say these go to 11, that would be it. That would just really. Oh man, Rob Reiner, that was so
fucking
bad.
tragic.
God
Fucking
damn.
tragic.
Oh my god.
And
Okay,
and
hold on.
we're not going to get political. This is going to be the last
Oh
political
my
thing here.
god, no.
But did you see
Yes,
what
yes.
Trump posted?
Well,
Like,
it's obvious.
Rob
that-
Reiner, he's a fucking commie. He was a horrible person, and obviously his son was on drugs, and so he was a terrible person. And I'm glad he's dead. Like, what the actual
Well,
fuck?
we all know that Rob Reiner, of course, suffered from TDS. So we
Right.
know that Trump derangement syndrome or whatever the fuck. Oh my God, how to take a tragedy and make it just even worse because you're such a fucking idiot.
I just saw a great post, and it was something like, he said, "It's crazy to me that MAGA will take the evidence of the Epstein files and all of Trump's bankruptcies and all of Trump's crypto everything and all of the people, all of the pardons that he's given to the drug traffickers and everybody. They will take all of that information and say that it's all fake." But when one person says they don't like him, they have Trump derangement syndrome? Excuse me? Yeah.
We got way off track here. Hold on a
Way off
second.
track. No, let's get back on
let's
track.
reel it back in. So
Okay,
let's go
I got
back
married
to,
on Christmas
right. Thank you. Christmas
in
in pajamas.
onesies,
Right.
and then came back, and that was in New Mexico. Came back from New Mexico and had a colonoscopy, which is my very first one, and everything was fine, all clear. So interesting what they do with like the anesthesia, right? Because they put you out, but they're like the procedure will take about 20 minutes or an hour or something. I don't know, right? It's just quick, right? But it's a different kind of anesthesia from
like
what they
Twilight.
give you.
It's like
Yeah.
Twilight.
And so like I get in there and she was like, okay, we're going to do this IV. And she didn't even have me count. She's like, okay, just take some deep breaths. And I'm like, okay. And I'm taking a deep breath and I take another deep breath and I'm like, I don't feel tired at all. The next thing I know, bam, I wake up in my hospital bed. I'm like, what happened?
That's exactly countdown from 100. I don't know that I got to 99. I'm telling you, I couldn't even. Well, why don't you start me out at a lower number? Why don't you just say countdown from 3 instead of? They really set an expectation that I'm going to get way down that list to 0
funny.
from 100. I didn't even get to 99. So just make sure that let's create some colon awareness, colon cancer awareness for just a moment, prevention. Tell me about the prep, and tell me about the procedure, so that everybody knows. Because I did one a few years ago also, and I think I had the same attitude that you had. I'm a little bit apprehensive about it, but talk about the prep and then the procedure itself.
Yeah, it was really so no big deal at all. The prep. So there are two different ways you can do prep. They have apparently a prescription thing that'll clean you out, but that's just for, if you've got bowel problems or something. So they just gave me the regular, and they basically said, buy a bottle of Mucinex, like 28 ounce, which is like the Mucinex powder.
Is it Mucinex or Metamucil?
Metamucil, that's it.
Sorry, because Mucinex is the clear your throat kind of thing.
Right. You're right. Metamucil.
Whole different throat here.
And with the Metamucil, the way you normally take it is, I guess it's a scoop, right? You take one little scoop of it and it helps your digestion. Well, you basically take this entire fucking bottle, right? And then also magnesium glycate.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It's basically antifreeze.
Right. It's the same thing, but works
Right.
differently. It also helps clear you out. And also the stuff that you're supposed to take like a spoonful of as a dose, right?
Right.
10-ounce bottle. They're like, dump all the shit in, mix it with Gatorade. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so you do Gatorade.
They told me Gatorade. Yeah. What'd you mix it with?
I just water. They just said just mix it with water and just don't breathe when you're drinking it because it doesn't smell great. But
Really?
Gatorade would make it a lot more palatable. I think.
I
At least
mixed
a little
it with
sweetness to it.
56 ounces of Gatorade.
God, yeah, it's a gallon. Basically, you're drinking a gallon of this shit so that you can
tasted
shit
like
a lot.
Gatorade.
Right.
It tasted like Gatorade. And
And
yeah,
then
so
how
you
long
drink.
did it take? How long did it take before you were in the bathroom for pretty much like five or
Oh my
six
God,
hundred
like
times through the course of
every
the day?
like 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like in the bathroom, taking a dump,
R-
but it cleans
r-
you out. I'm like, if I want to lose a couple pounds quick, that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
Just fucking clean yourself
100%.
out.
Okay, so prep was no big deal, right? Correct?
Yeah, yeah, and the recommendation, like you can't have any kind of solid food, you can't really eat anything, but it's like with all that Gatorade, there was so much sugar. Like, yeah, I was a little hungry, but it wasn't like a big
They
deal.
they also gave Strickland the instructions. Hey, look, after the procedure, when you're on your way home, you probably shouldn't eat until evening, and then just soft foods and liquid. And what did you do, Strickland?
Well, it was funny. They didn't say you couldn't eat till evening. They said, yeah, you'll be on your way home if you want to eat, you can eat.
Be a little
Um,
gassy.
but they did probably yeah, right. You might be a little gassy, but like you probably should eat healthy. So what do? I stop at Whataburger on the way home. I'm like, fucking
That's
yeah,
like the equivalent of like Five Guys.
right.
Good for you. You just
Oh
you just
God,
went right back into the
it did.
system.
I
Right
did.
went right back into it.
It was great. It was
And then
great.
okay. So did they find any? Did they have to take any polyps out during this process at all, or were you completely clean?
No, I got to look at the notes again because I think she said there were one or two very small polyps that were no big deal, like non-cancerous. It didn't look dangerous, and I don't need another one for 5 years. But it was funny. When you go in, you sign the thing that says, "Hey, here's the estimated billing," and they're like,
Right.
"This is all covered."
Right.
Unless we find something. Now, if we
Right.
find something, we may have to do a biopsy and check for cancer. If that happens, we may have to bill you, and this is what the estimated bill might be.
Right.
And it was so funny because just a couple days ago, I saw a meme that said, hey, what if you bought Netflix and you pay for Netflix every month? Then you go to watch a movie on Netflix and they tell you have to pay for the movie. And a couple of months later, you get a bill because one of the actors that was in the movie that you watched on Netflix that you pay a monthly fee for and you paid for, they're not under the Netflix contract. So you need to pay them a couple bucks. And then the last thing it said was, this is a post about US healthcare.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh my God, that is exactly what it feels like.
Well, the nice thing about it is the nurse did say to Strickland when he was in recovery, Strickland Bonner, you have the asshole of a 25-year-old. So it was very, 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 by the time you're like done, they've poked and prodded every spot below your waist that they could possibly get to. It's like, what conversation can you have that would make you feel like this person doesn't know everything about you when you're in recovery?
No doubt.
It's like, God, really? And then I think I told you they sent me the either the file or they gave me the CD or something that shows all of the pictures from the moment that they put the probe in to the moment that they find a polyp and cut it and all the other stuff that they do. It's kind of funky to see all that going on inside you.
Yeah, I didn't see the video, but they did give me pictures of certain things that I took a glance at when I first woke up and haven't looked back at since, but they said everything's fine. So I'm like,
no, I'm good. Fine. I said, I'm good. I'm good.
But yeah, I got the same thing. They're like, yeah.
Nice. Nice. Should I be bleaching that a little bit more? What should I be doing? Maybe, should I be looking for a wax? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure what I should be doing down there, but Doc, if you could really give me some advice, that would be helpful.
But that was like no big deal. And I wasn't sore afterwards or anything. I mean, I was, sleepy and came home and took a nap and whatever. And that was all good. It was no big deal.
Well, all right. All right.
No
well,
big
let's
deal
now
at all.
talk about your New Year's Eve celebration. Was it fun? Did you have a good time? I know this was the first time that you were married going into New Year's Eve this go around. And how was that?
Vera and I went to a party with some friends and had a lot of fun. It was nearby. One of our friends had a hotel that was like, right around the corner. We stayed at the party till probably 1 or 1:30.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you were going to say like 4:00 in the morning or something.
No, then
like
we
that.
went back to the hotel and hung out. We were talking for another hour. We probably didn't get to bed till 3. And I came home and then we got breakfast at a local cafe and then came home and took another nap. And
and now we're recording.
Yeah, just chilling. It's been a pretty great week.
I went back to the Ojai Valley Inn. You remember the place last year where I was telling you about? It was $500 for dinner for each of us. So it was like $1,000 for the two of us to go there. I'm like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do the dinner thing. They have a late night like portion where you can come in. You don't have to eat the dinner with them, but you get an open bar and you get to
Okay.
enjoy the party.
Yeah.
So that's what we did this go round. So it
And
ended
how
up
much was that?
still $500 for the total for the two of us. So it was half
Oh,
price.
$250 each.
Right, right.
Okay, but that's a little more reasonable. To add another $250 per person for dinner? That's a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But the other side of it too is how much can you drink? Like you know me, I have two drinks and
God,
I'm
yeah.
finished. And last night I actually only had one drink. So I had one drink and I had a sip of the champagne. But it was good because I got again another connection with the Bonnie Foster Productions group, who I met last year and ended up doing a gig with. So not only can I write off my ticket that when I went there, but I also just kind of like furthering the bond there.
Now, was it the same band as last year?
Same bands, different players,
Mhm.
with the exception of a few of them. But it was they had they had six in their horn section.
Wow.
They had the keyboard player behind the fake piano. You know, the thing that whatever they call that. I don't know what that is. What's that called when they bring a piano, but it's not really a piano. It's just
it's like a shell.
A shell, right? Right.
Yeah.
A shell of a piano. And they probably had, I don't know, 6 or 8 singers.
That's so crazy. Why do you need that many goddamn singers?
Social media person. They had their lighting guy and they had their sound guy. So altogether, it's probably close to 20 people in their crew
crazy.
that's there and hanging out and doing their thing.
That's why they got to charge so much for tickets. I'm sure they charge a
God.
pretty penny for the band.
Great party. We really did enjoy ringing in the new year. And by 12:20, they were wrapping up.
What?
12:20. That's a little early. Don't you think it's a little early?
That's a lot early.
That's a lot. Okay, so I'm not crazy. 12:20 is early, correct?
Okay. Yeah. And so of the people that were there, what percentage of people that came to the party do you think were still there at 12:20? I would guess a high percentage.
Yeah, I think it was a high percentage. I think that there was a lot of people that bailed at 12:05 because they ate dinner there.
Right. Some are going to do that.
So dinner started at I think 7:30 or 8 o'clock. So for them, they were there for 4 hours, and by the time they ring in the new year, 4 hours, and then they were at 5 after they were heading out the door. So what's left beyond that is the people that paid to be there at 10 o'clock, and that was probably, let's say, a third of the crowd.
Okay.
So to go a third of the crowd for 2 hours and 15, 20 minutes. And really, they stopped serving liquor, I think, at 10 after or quarter after 12.
Oh, really? That's crazy. I would think they would go till 1 a.m. on New Year's. The band would go. My party, like this was a party at a club.
Right.
They were open till 4 a.m.
I bet. That's why I was thinking you were going to be there until closing time. I was thinking, there's no way he's getting home early. And I was, no, look, I'm glad that they were done early that way.
Yeah.
I was struggling just to stay awake to get there at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got my second window. I did good. I was very proud of myself. I was able to go out and enjoy. I was the designated driver. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Well, it's Ojai too. So everywhere is like 5 or 10 minutes from home, right?
Yeah, we're just like 2 miles from there, a mile or two from the club.
Yeah, there are nights that I totally feel the 30 Rock Liz Lemon joke when Liz is dating a younger guy, right? And they're in New York and he's like, "Hey babe, you want to go out and I got this great DJ friend of mine who's playing at a club tomorrow night. You want to go?" "Oh yeah, sure. When will you come?" "Oh, okay, I'll pick you up at 10. And she goes, "At night?" Yeah.
10 a.m., 10 p.m. Well, we used to go. JJ had a place that was in Ventura that she found. It's called The Grape. And The Grape used to do on Saturdays, they did day dancing at 2 p.m. They did salsa. It was the greatest thing. I'm like, got all my energy. I'm feeling good. It's light outside. I don't have to worry about glare on my glasses leaving the place, all of that. Like, really? It's at nighttime? I know New Year's is at night, but can't we celebrate like the Australian New Year's or something like that? I believe it's 12 hours.
Well, when I was playing with a couple of different classic rock bands and we played this club called Mulligan's, and Mulligan's it's like on a golf course, but it's on a golf course in Sun City. So it's all retirees, right?
Right.
And like the youngest person in the audience is like 50 or 60, right? It's mostly, 65, 75-year-olds. And we would play 5 to 7. So not only is it a 2-hour set, but it's like fucking happy hour. It's 7 o'clock. In the summer, it's still light when we're
I
finishing
know.
playing.
That's what I need. I need a place where I can, where it's acceptable to be really tired at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. This whole holiday time from the time since November. So I went on the cruise with my mom and Ted.
Mhm.
That was the middle of November. So from the middle of November until this coming Monday, it's just been a constant movement. Like I haven't really felt like I've been able to lay on the sofa and watch
Mhm.
television or anything like
Mhm.
that. It's been I'm ready. I'm ready to get into a nice, chill, relaxed, second half of
January.
my life.
Oh, the whole life. You're not just
Yeah,
talking
just
about
it.
January. You're
That's
like,
it. Yeah, that's it. That's totally it. Hey, I don't know if you saw a post on Facebook. I don't know. I hope I'm not hitting you out of left field here. Nick Henry,
yeah, Nick
a
Henry
a
passed away. I
player
saw
in a
that.
band that Strickland knew very well, and a guy that I knew, not real well, but I knew him well enough. He died like at 45.
Yeah. And
Like,
and apparently it was like 6 months ago. It was in June.
wow.
And
That's when
yeah.
that shit starts to hit home. Now I know that he kind of had a little bit of a different lifestyle than most of us
Mhm.
early on, because those that are in the party business sometimes are partiers themselves. I don't
Mhm.
really know Nick's background, but I'm assuming that it's somewhere along the line he probably had the same trials and tribulations that we all deal with the party lifestyle. It's hard to break out of that. Now, me, I'm too lazy to party, it was pretty easy, but Nick maybe got caught up in that. I don't know. You know any of the circumstances surrounding it?
I don't know the details. Nick was an amazing sax player,
Yeah, totally.
ridiculous sax player, and he was, recording engineer and did music. Um, and I never knew him that well, but I do believe he always seemed to be struggling with stuff. He was not,
Yeah.
very settled in with any kind of career at any time. But I don't know any details about like drug problems or alcohol problems that he had, but I do think he had some struggles. But yeah, I mean, he was
You know,
young. He's a little younger than us,
he
a lot
passed,
younger than
and
us.
and Howie from NYX is still alive. Now, why is that fair? Why is that fair?
I hope Howie's not listening or one of Howie's buddies.
Sorry, Howie. I love you, man, but you are a crazy fucking cat.
Mm,
I don't understand that attitude. Wow, that New York attitude. He is Mr. Go, go, go.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple voicemails now. I emailed you the other one. Did you pick that up from
I've
your?
got it. I've
Okay,
got it.
cool. And
Nothing else that has happened in your life recently we need to talk about?
more stuff is always happening in my life, but not quite ready to share all of the fun stuff going on in my life
Ooh.
quite yet. I'll have that as a cliffhanger for next week's episode.
Oh my.
Oh, speaking of which, my daughter, so she's been having some back problems. So she called us about a week or so ago. She said, I've talked to many doctors and I've gone to the chiropractor many times, and they all recommend this type of surgery. So on Thursday, she decided before New Year's, because let's see, yeah, last week she decided that she was going to have this done.
Mhm.
Goes into the hospital, has back surgery,
God, back surgery is fucking
and
dangerous.
she just got out today, so she was in the hospital for a few days, and she's now home and she's on the mend. But man, could you imagine having like two screws put in your lower back, or even like a little cage around your spine? I already feel caged in. I don't need any cages around my spine. Also,
Dude, I used to have back issues.
we all did when we were lifting all that shit.
Yeah, lifting all the band gear and shit. But also I wasn't eating well and I wasn't really working out and I was carrying around a bunch of extra weight and I ended up getting a better lifestyle and I dropped probably 40 pounds and I still do yoga every day and it's been a huge help. But I couldn't imagine like the kind of problems I had, like once or twice a year, I would do
Right,
something and it would
right.
like pinch a sciatic nerve and I'd be kind of limping around for a week at a time. But I couldn't imagine having it like really bad, like something that
Like
is
needs
constant
surgery.
and that
Right.
can't figure out what to do
Yep.
other than surgery. Man, that's just scary shit.
Well, the other thing, and JJ is a big believer in this, and I believe her, and I believe this philosophy as well, is that there is a huge emotional component to back pain too. I mean, think about the time of your life when you were experiencing these couple of bouts of sciatica in the course of the year. going through a divorce or an unhappy marriage. You were dealing with all the shit that at the agency with everybody that you were dealing with shit with, and
Mm-hmm.
the stress of working at the agency and working the gigs, and you were probably working 70 or 80 hours a week at the agency. You were
Mm-hmm.
really a 24/7 kind of guy because you were always
Yeah.
on call, by management over there. So that, I think, all it
It all
compounds.
contributes.
Yeah, all contributes.
Totally does. And the other thing for anybody that's never had back problems, it's fucking debilitating.
It's bad.
Right? Like you get an arm or something that hurts. It's like, okay, you get around it, but your back, it's
Your
like
back.
every goddamn thing you do,
Yep.
it's all based around that. And just getting up and moving around and doing anything, it just takes so much energy. And then you try to sit to relax and it still hurts.
Still
And it
hurts.
takes that much more energy out of you.
Yeah.
It's just completely debilitating to everything that you do, having back issues.
So let's wish Rachel a speedy recovery. Not that I think she should ever listen to one episode, except for an episode that she may have been on the show, but we still wish her a speedy recovery, Rachel, my daughter.
Of course.
Okay, let's get into a couple of voicemails, and I'm thinking that we could even be less than an hour today. That would be
Oh my
amazing.
gosh. Let's make sure I got all my settings right here. I check my sound over here, and it says motif, mix, or headphones. And then my sound, all my buttons. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we will actually be short because what are we, 40 minutes in right now?
Yeah.
Voicemails?
Yep, something like that.
Could happen.
And we talked a few minutes before we actually hit something.
Oh my gosh. So we're really only like 35 minutes.
Okay. All right. We're going to do it.
Let's see what we got.
Today we are going to do it.
Okay, here we go.
Give me some space.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Weeb whoop, weeb whoop, weeb whoop.
Oh.
I need to give you a truck update.
Oh my gosh, a truck update. Okay.
All 3 trucks are sitting on my curb or on my driveway. They are finished. All
oh my
3
God,
are,
really?
All 3 are done. My bank account is completely empty. None of the trucks are finished, but they are all as done as they can be because I ran out of money. No, they're all done, and they're all up to standard, and everyone is driving really well. I'm feeling comfortable with them, and I'm very excited to be able to sell one of them, Kermit the Beast. If anybody is interested in a 1973 Ford F-350, I've put my entire heart and soul into these 3 trucks, especially this one, because this was a bear and a monster to get through, but it's ready to go. Just contact me, Doug@turnkeypodcast.com. I will make a deal I promise that you will be very happy with. Let's get a truck sold. Okay, that's it.
I love it. I love it. And we just got a tweet. So we have a thread going with you and I, with Tim and Jared. And
did we get a tweet or a thread or a text? Because I don't really understand any of those 3 things. Which one did we get exactly?
Well, this is the great thing about this, is that we get it as a text.
Yes.
But of course, each of us are posting sometimes links from a thread or Instagram or Twitter or wherever. We don't have to know where it's coming from. We just click it and go.
Oh, but the problem oftentimes is that if like a TikTok is put in there, I don't have the app on my phone. So I actually can't see any of the TikToks, and the threads usually time out. So I can't even read the threads. Is Threads Facebook's version of Twitter? Is that what that is?
I think so.
Okay. The only thing I can read are the text messages and your comments. I can't usually click on the link and get anything. So they fall upon a non-participating a participant in the group. But I'm still very happy that I get them.
Mm.
So what was this one?
Well, Trump has put his name on the Kennedy Center now, as most of us know, right?
So
the
what
Donald J. Trump and John F. Kennedy Center.
Are you
for
fucking
the Performing Arts.
kidding? What is up? What is that about?
It's fucking ridiculous. But
I'm pretty sure that Kennedy probably didn't even put his name on the Kennedy Center. It was probably posthumously, correct?
100%. Oh, 100%. Yeah,
God,
it was totally.
Fucking you know what? I have a really good idea. I'm going to take, let's say, the what's it called? The Washington Monument. I'm going to call it the Trump Monument now.
Right, the Donald J. Trump and George Washington Monument. Right, you just got to
Joe, right, Washington Monument. Right, George.
Right?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, somebody that Tim, hang on, let me see if it was Tim or Jared just put this in. It was Tim. So Tim said, in honor of Trump renaming the Kennedy Center, he said more medical organizations are honoring Trump by changing their names. So now there's a Donald J. Trump Center for Venereal Diseases in Oregon, Donald J. Trump Gonorrhea Testing Lab in Maine, and a Donald J. Trump Living with Syphilis Clinic in Vermont.
That's very good.
I love that so damn much.
Oh, God.
Love
Okay,
it.
let's play a couple voicemails.
Okay, it's time for some voicemails. Here we go.
Hey, Doug, it's Rick, Jared here. So, listening to your throwback episode, holy cow, talking about me in the episode. Yes, hell yeah. And yes, of course I was listening and leaving messages in 2019. It's even far before that. But anyways, you guys are listening to one of my voicemails, and holy fuck, I just went completely brain dead and forgot what I was going to say. I know the voicemail was about your MERS and your man card, Doug, and there was some other topic, and then I was calling in about something else you had mentioned, and I just completely forgot
He'll
what
come
I
up
was
with it.
going to say.
I have faith.
It just
oh,
went
yeah,
to my
I
head.
remember.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Even so, here we go. I remember what I was going to say. In my voicemail, I mentioned that you guys said you didn't think you'd give us half hour, and the episode was an hour long. This is in 2019, last episode of 2019. And even back then, I was all for you guys giving us as long as you could. So I have been requesting more of Doug and Strick since prior to 2020.
Before COVID.
So I guess I might be a little bit of a fan, or I'm nuts. And maybe both. Yeah, probably both.
Yeah,
Right,
definitely
fellas.
both.
Happy New Year. You'll probably be listening to my message from the previous week, which was telling everybody Merry Christmas because you didn't do voicemails because of Rewind. Strick, congratulations on your wedding. So happy for you guys. Vera, you too. I'm excited, and I wish you two nothing but the best. All right, guys. Love the show. Love you guys. Appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Have a fantastic day, and here's to a fantastic 2026.
All right. Yeah, I just grabbed a random episode, and it was very Jared centric, and I'm like, okay. Well,
I did not know. Did you know when you grabbed it that it was very Jared centric, or did you just how did you decide what episode you were going to pull?
I don't remember. I was looking at some random different ones, and I think I looked at the title or the notes of it, and the notes said it was very Jared centric. I'm like, okay, well, this should be pretty funny. Let's run with this.
I know. I don't know how exactly you figured out based upon the issues that you were talking about earlier with Libsyn and making the transition over to Podetize. You've pulled the first 6 or 7 episodes that we did, and you were able to find those. Now, how did you get those as opposed to, or did you just have to go to the back of the stack?
Well, I have files for all of the episodes that we've posted. And so to just say, hey, find episode 6, or episode 2 randomly, I have the files. So I wasn't pulling those from Podetize. The National Parks episode, if I went back, if I could figure out the day that we posted it, most of the file names are by date. I'll just name it I'll name it Nice Guys on Business and the date. Some of them I named episode numbers. So I could have gone back and hunted for the National Parks episode because I know I have it somewhere. I just don't know where, and I was just not in the mood to keep hunting for it.
Did you always name the episodes that you and I did DNS? Have you always named it that way, or was that no? Okay.
It's usually NGOB, or if it's just the two of us, the last couple of years I've named them NGF, like Nice Guys Fucker.
Right.
And then I just put the publish date in the file name.
There's got to be something that we can do with all this content using AI. There's got to be something. So are they all in one cloud fold? I don't have a cloud.
They're in
Lex,
a
you know
couple
this.
different places, but I could easily get them all into one folder and say, "Hey AI, can you listen to all these episodes?" And then
Give us a catalog. Just give us a catalog.
oh, that's a good idea. And create AI versions of our voices so we don't have to record new episodes.
Wow.
That would be pretty funny. I mean,
Holy
you know,
shit.
it'd be really funny to say, okay, here's our voices, and we want you to create a 10-minute episode, an AI episode. Shit, that'd be kind of scary, but it'd be pretty entertaining. I bet.
Well, it's got to be possible. You know, I've
Mhm.
seen some really. I don't know. Do you watch Man on the Inside with Ted Danson?
I saw the first season. It was really cute. I haven't watched the second
Yeah.
season.
Okay. So in season one, I think it was season one. In season one, you see Ted Danson as his character on his wedding day read a wedding toast. Now, it's not the Ted Danson that's in his 70s. That's
Oh, right.
wedding.
They made him like as if it was 30 years before. 40
Right.
years
Right. They
before,
made him
yeah.
as like a 30-something-year-old guy, a
Mhm.
newlywed guy, giving the toast to his bride. But it's in his character, you
Mhm.
know. So it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, because I think what they do with that is they shoot him doing it and they CGI over his face a younger version of him, but they may also do something with his voice to make his voice sound younger.
Huh.
But what's the Hard Fork? Are those the guys?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tech guys didn't?
Kevin Roos and yeah.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
I would have hit the mute button, but didn't.
But you didn't. That's all right.
Sorry. I'll fix it in the mix.
Edit that. Right, you'll edit that out.
I think they did like a 2 or 3 minute, conversation. Like they had CGI versions of their voices.
Right.
And I remember hearing it. And then afterwards they were like, yeah, one of them was like, yeah, my guy doesn't sound that much like me. Yours sounds exactly like yours. And they were like, yeah. And, the way they interacted, I could tell. And I'm listening to it going, I couldn't fucking tell the difference. It sounds like you guys as far as I could tell.
Okay. So that would be something very interesting. Not that we would be able to be current with our topics, but it would be cool to have our personalities put into an episode or 2 or 10, or at least case scenario, it would be nice to have a catalog of all of our episodes using AI and not having to do any of the work behind it.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's say, our last 100 or so fuckery episodes, right? And I'm going to put them in a folder and send you the link to the folder because you're more the CGI guy than me, or CGI, the Chat GPT guy, the AI guy than me, right? And if you can say, hey, Chat GPT, listen to these files and can you create a podcast episode with us?
Right. You can do any topic that you want to. Just take our personalities and style and talk about anything that you want for 10 minutes. Let's see how that works.
Right. And we'll put it on as part of an episode, like a bonus part of an episode 1 week. That'd be cool as shit.
I'm into it. I like this idea.
I love it.
Okay. Hey, Jared, thank you for the message. We love you too. We appreciate how long you've been listening, your loyalty to the show, and you're no longer a super fan. You're just a friend. Not just a friend. You are a friend. You're family, Jared. We all know that.
A friend in me.
All right, Randy, let's do it.
Here we go. Next voicemail that was left just less than an hour ago, apparently.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Giggle Dog and Strickland. Oh, my husband now. It's Vera, and I'm calling. It's like.
This is, by the way, this is Sally / Vera.
Yeah. She just said that. I stepped on her, so I
Oh,
apologize, Vera, for stepping on your name there.
Let's continue.
Less than an hour, I think, before you're recording. But I know a guy who's going to get my voicemail onto the show. And I would like to know today, on the 1st of this new year, what are you going to let go of and leave behind you in 2025? And what are you going to make room for and carry with you into 2026? That's my question. Oh, Doug, I miss you. Come visit us. I'll cook for you. Okay, bye.
Nice.
So much. There's a lot of thinking involved in that. I don't know that I know the answer to any of those, to either one of those questions. What would I like to leave behind in 2025, and what would I like to embrace or do more of, or inspire myself to be better at in 2026?
The only thing I know I would like to leave behind in 2026 is Donald Trump, but I don't have very much control over that. So nothing else that I can think of off the top of my head, because I feel like I had a pretty great 2025. Really can't complain.
We did this exercise, and I'm trying to find the paperwork. Hold on a second. I may be able to find it while I'm under my work order for my truck that I got back that I still owe money for. So it was the reflections of 2025, and what was that, refined edition. So one of the questions was what or who or what shaped the way you became in 2025. I got stuck so quickly on question one. I got stuck. I mean, I came up with an answer, but I don't know that that's the exact answer that I want. I mean, I'm really looking. I have never said this word as often in years before 2025 as I said in 2025. And the word is the big R, retirement. I would never have said that at 50 years old. I'm looking forward to retirement. But like this past year in 2025, I probably said it thousands of times. Now, why is that? It must mean I'm thinking about it a lot more.
I guess so.
I don't know, but I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know how to define that. Like, I think JJ's whole perspective for me about me is you basically have to just change your attitude, because you basically work the amount of time that a retired person works. True. Which is very few. I mean, think about how many hours you put into turnkey. And I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent, but think about the hours that you put into it. And I think about the hours that I put into it. And what could I do for less hours and still I make money and I enjoy doing what I do. So why am I even thinking about it? Maybe just embrace the word retirement and that lifestyle a little bit more, and not be so stressed out by thinking about, well, what does retirement look like? Well, maybe I don't have to think about it. Maybe it's already happening in my life.
No, I agree. I when I was working for Washington Talent, Robert always said, when I moved up the ranks, and he said, when I retire, I'm going to give you the opportunity to buy and take over this agency. And that was one of the reasons I stuck around for as long as I did, until I realized he was never going to fucking retire.
Right.
And because, at the time, even when I left, he was working at 15, 20 hours a week, maybe. Right. Which is probably more than you and I are working turnkey right now. And the things that he was doing with Washington Talent were a little more stressful in many cases than what we're doing, but he was making a fuckload more money too. Right. Like, why would you retire from that?
You wouldn't.
And so I feel this, like, I still work my day job because I really like it. And I do like the money. And I definitely got a much later start on contributing to and growing my retirement money than you did. And so I'm having a great opportunity to do a lot of catching up.
Right.
But I do still like it. And I agree with you. Like, I mean, what we do with turnkey, like, dude, anything that we can do to work even less and put less stress, like for you, it's so much sales stuff. It would be amazing if we could find a salesperson that would do some of that stuff. But so much of the admin, we've got great people like Ashley and Angelica who are running the show. And sure, I work, I don't know, 5, 10, sometimes maybe 15 hours a week at turnkey, but usually
and there's some weeks that you work more, because I know that you have to put a lot of effort into when a new client gets started, to getting them started and off the starting line. But once they're going, if they're happy, then they're going to stay with us for at least a couple of years, and maybe well beyond that if they're really, really getting the results that they want from their show. It's those damn new clients. New clients. All right. Well, I think we've done justice for our first show in 2026.
And we're under an hour, but we're close to an hour. So I think we're in pretty good shape.
Maybe an Easter egg just to get them over the line.
I could do that.
That could possibly be good. All right, let's head out of here. We'll come back next week. Thanks everybody for checking us out. In 2025, welcome to 2026. Yabo, yoo-hoo, yahoo, whatever. Yeehaw, whatever I was going to say. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the nice guys on business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Fill up your week with the nice guys. Why am I reading this copy? This sucks. Oh, yeah, they're paying me. Act like you care. Act like you care.
The Nice Guys on Business presents Real Misfits of Genius. Real Misfits of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. or Ms. Show Notes Writer. Mr. or Mrs. Show Notes Writer. Never has one person done so much with so little. Shit shows don't give you much to work with. From one host not listening to the other, to the clinking of ice cubes in an empty glass of Fireball. Oh, I need my Fireball. If it wasn't for you, the only entertainment we would get from these guys would be Steve O'Brien. And of course, voicemail from Jared. Not really Jared, just his theme song. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh poet of the show notes, because when it comes to making these guys look good, no one does it better.
All right, top 3 reasons I, Steve O'Brien, will not visit the nice guys on business. Number 3, nonstop TikToking during Ellen. Come on, the woman is a national treasure. Shut the fuck up. Number 2, I have to mansplain everything to these fucking morons. And number 1, the roll goes over, not under, over. I don't care if you have a cat. Over. That'll do, nice guys. That'll do. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.